So what are the lessons that we've learned through CUB in COVID? Remember the start? It feels like ages ago. Remember when we all sat down and I had the big talk with everyone?
Yeah. We needed something like this to happen for us to take the steps that we needed to take for this business to become the best that it could be. And I genuinely believe that. I said it as the day lockdown happened, I said, this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to this company. And I still truly believe that it was.
Yeah,
I truly believe that it was.
I think that one thing we did at the start, and then we did it again halfway through when there was the fear of the second lockdown, well, just before Melbourne got locked down, was that we were open, we were honest, and we put trust into the team. Remember when reassurance. Remember when we sat down and I said to everyone, I said, this is going to suck. This year's not going to be easy, right? But remember at the start of the year, I told everyone it was going to be the best year of our lives. And I was like, yeah. I still said, I'm still going for that. So it still is going to be, right? But I said, it's going to suck. It's going to be hard. I said, that's what makes it good. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And remember, we had a goal. Our goal was that at the end of this, we're all here, we're all still here, and we're stronger than ever. That was our goal. And because we had that goal, we were able then to sacrifice, to pivot. We were able to do things because everyone felt safe. No one was worried, none of the team was thinking, oh no, my job's at risk. Or everyone was just like, okay, well, that's the goal, that's the plan, and we're happy to do anything we need to do to get there. When we first started selling digitally and serving digitally, there were the first 2 months of we're catching our feet. Maybe it was a bit of a struggle. But after that, we all adjusted. We got used to it, right? We had pivoted, obviously. So we served everyone digitally. We sold everyone digitally. We still sold a ton of memberships. 2 months after, we were just so much better off. The team was back to normal. Everyone was so happy. Calvin told me it was the happiest he's ever been. And I think that having that initial goal and that honest conversation and giving everyone the reassurance that we're all still here and that we're going to be better than ever was the start of what allowed us to accomplish that.
I think it also really solidified everybody's belief in what we do and belief in the product because, as you just said, throughout the whole time, we continue to commercialize, we continue to keep the community together. And I think that's a testament to what we're trying to achieve and to what we are. And so for the whole team to go through that and to see that happening, to speak for myself, my belief in the product is just skyrocketed. Not to say that it wasn't high before, but I think when you start to see people continue to join and continue to kind of crave what we have, regardless of the situation, that makes your belief in the product skyrocket. And then that reflects in everything else that you do.
Me and Anthony had this conversation with Paul Miller the other day. CUB's never been more relevant. He's in a time where we've lost the ability to socialize with anyone, to meet anyone new, to do any sort of business development, to do anything, to come together in any way. And when he said that, I was like, I knew it. I remember at the start of this whole thing, I said recessions and things like that, we're going to be okay in. I was obviously just bluffing because I didn't really know, but it's because people need people and they're stronger together. You're better off sticking with a strong group of people, right, in a hard time. That your family's more important in the difficult times than it is in the easy times. And look what's happening. They're all come together. They all help each other. They're still doing business together. They will refer each other. They're helping each other with offices. It's crazy.
I mean, especially during the lockdown period, there were a lot of eyeballs on everybody. There were a lot of eyeballs on LinkedIn. There were a lot of eyeballs on social media. And I think our entire outward market were watching the things that we were doing inwardly. And I really felt over that period, our brand credibility skyrocketed.
But remember I said, go ballistic on LinkedIn. I said, post 4 times a day. Who gives a fuck? Everyone's bored at home. They want to see what we're doing. We need to show strength when everyone else is showing weakness.
And it very much happened, and it's paid dividends. And I think you can tell now in the conversations that we're having, the people that have watched us over the last kind of 6 months, they just hold us in a much higher regard and are much more open and interested in having the conversation as a result of that.
Absolutely. And just the recognition that came from some of our, most astute and highly successful and established members, that are typically a bit quiet. They hang around the fringes. They watch what we're doing that came out to us and said, you've galvanized not only my membership for life, but speaking to a lot of your other members, you've galvanized them for life,
Yeah.
the way in which you've conducted yourself throughout this period. So, the brand within the brand, our own
It's
community,
stronger.
the way that they look at us after coming together throughout that 3 months lockdown is exceptional.
It's because people want to be a part of the winning team.
Yep.
It's why franchises that wins, franchise value goes up because they're winning. People want to win. They want to be part of the winning team, not the losing team, right? CUB's the winning team because we push so hard for it. And because the people on our team, our members, they push so hard for it. And even, of course, there's some people that they can't control how it's affected their business, right? Obviously, our members in travel and whatever, hospitality and all these things.
Yep.
But they're still on the winning team with a lot of people who are willing to help them, a lot of people that can catch them when they fall. People want to be on the winning team. And we went so hard with communication to the members. The team communication skyrocketed. We had 2 meetings a day with the entire team, Sydney and Melbourne. Think about the benefits that we've had from CUB. We started running Sydney and Melbourne as one company together with one team. Best thing we ever did, ever. We increased our team communication heavily. The team has never been more bonded than this.
Yep.
Also, the team has faith in each other now because you've gone to war together. You trust that person to be by your side when you're at battle. So the team is just so much stronger. Communication is so much better. Member culture is so much better. Our brand improved because we showed that strength. We screamed it off the rooftops. We said, look what we're doing. And then the other thing that was probably the biggest thing ever was that our business model got better. We looked at the model. We said, what's important? Piss off everything that's not, all those costs, right? See you later. We don't need you. And we never need you back again. So even as we ride the economic wave back up, those costs are never coming back.
Yep.
Right? We got better at doing what we do. And none of that would have happened without COVID. Right? My point is that it's the difficult times when you grow the most.
100%.
And if you have the right attitude, which we did, you're going to grow. Well, at the end, when you come through the tunnel and you get to the end, you've got a much bigger market than ever before. Everyone's like, wow, that is the winning team. That's where I'm going to go. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you get smaller. It doesn't matter if you get weaker at some points. But the fact that you went in swinging, you didn't give up, and if people see that, they're thinking, shit, this is where I want to be. This is the winning team. I guess the point I'm trying to make is why our team was able to go through COVID and do well, and what we've learned through COVID and what the benefits can be of COVID. And by COVID, I mean any bad time, right? Any bad time. Increase your communication, right? Make sure your team has the goal. They know they're going to be there. They know what's happening. It's transparent because the team is going to bond more than ever. It gives you the opportunity to improve your business model, cut the stupid costs that you always thought were important but really aren't in the really, really bad times, and show your strength. Demonstrate it to the world. Get more active on your marketing and your. It doesn't even have to be paid marketing. We don't even have paid marketing, right? Just on your LinkedIn's and your socials and things like that. Get active in more communication towards your client base. Show them how strong you are. Show them how good you're doing, and show them that you're doing something in a difficult time.
So we've got 3 team principles,
Which we stole from the Ray Dalio book.
But actually, well, one of them's now different, and they are belief, ownership, and support. So, even when time gets tough, I think belief is probably the principle that's most relevant there to continue to believe that what you are going to do is going to work,
And believe in yourself.
believe in yourself,
That you're
and
capable.
believe in that the hard work is going to pay. Ownership, everyone has a role to perform. No company can function if everyone's trying to do everything. So those parts of the company that you own, take ownership over them,
you're the
deliver
boss.
them. And the other one is support. And it's such a simple thing, but it's such a fantastic way to improve and enhance company culture. And that is, if you can help someone within reason, do it. And very
The
simple.
family, that's our family
family
principle,
value.
which
The
is the
family
thing we hold highest above everything. Also, the way we enforce those principles, I think is really cool. And we didn't steal that from anywhere. I came up with that one day. I don't even know why. Our team has a culture meeting every Thursday. And every person on the team, one by one, chooses a boss for the week. Now, boss stands for obviously belief, ownership, and support. So our principles. It also just works out well with a cool word. But so everyone chooses a boss for the week. So like Calvin might say, Daniel's my boss for the week because he gave me great support in helping me achieve this. And everyone claps, and it's just it's actually my favorite day of the week, Thursday, because we have culture meeting. It's kind of like a fun game, but it also it makes people feel good. You know, when you get like last week when I got heaps of bosses, I thought I had a shit week.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to get anyone's boss. And I got like 4. I was like, yes.
I think it also makes you thoughtful about what the other people in the team are doing. Because I know for myself, like I won't just rock up on a Thursday morning and just spit bullshit. No. I'll think about it the night before and I'll think about what everybody's brought to the table that week. And I think it's good to take the focus off yourself and you know, be mindful of what everybody else in the team is doing as well, because it's equally as important.
I agree.
And you know, if it's not your boss, but it's someone else's boss and they're bringing to light maybe someone in the team that you haven't interacted with over that week. And then you get to hear the amazing shit that they've done and you go, fuck.
Yeah, that always happens to me.
That's impressive. You know, I didn't even know that person was up to that, but good on them.
Yeah, it's also cool. Yeah, exactly that. It's like when Holly chose Mark because he calls every day to keep her company 100%. In lockdown. In
and we haven't seen him for 3 months.
We
obviously, as you guys know, and just for the listeners, when we bring somebody on, we do a networking profile with that person. So we try and build the context around the membership a little bit and try and find out the types of relationships that they'll be looking to make. Why would you narrow in on something specific when you've got such a broad network of people who have been through the same journey or are going through the same journey? To me, that's what you need to surround yourself with. You need to surround yourself with as many people as possible who are striving towards the same goal, and people who have done it before you. So people who are more experienced than you. And I think the serendipitous moments that come out of kind of building a network that strong and that broad, the benefit that you get out of that far outweighs niching in on specific types of people. So when I'm talking to a new member, that's the kind of lens that I always try and make them look through. You know, if you open yourself up to meeting as many people as possible, you're going to benefit, no question.
Coming back to, you know, the culture within the club and the culture of any community, you know, if you're a sophisticated enough a person to genuinely show real interest in someone and ask them questions about them and themselves and where they've come from and the sort of people that they know and that they've interacted with in the past, often you'll find a way to help them, or that you'll find a way in which they might be able to help you. You know, just being a genuinely inquisitive and interested person, someone might be someone's EA, for God's sake, but it might turn out that, you know, their brother-in-law is the head of your potential biggest client. Right. And if you were to dismiss them and say, hey, look, that person's not good enough to be a part of my network because they're not running a business at this point in time, you've just lost yourself, you know, potentially 100%. Great connection. So
it's just being a good person.
It's serendipity. I mean, how many times a day do you hear me use that word? Yeah. Serendipity. That's what it's all about. Surround yourself by good.
I don't. What does it mean?
It means that it basically means the likelihood of something happening by chance. So, you know, you surround yourself with good people, you put yourself at a table with other good operators. There can be a serendipitous moment that happens there where, you know, to Anne's point, some guy knows some guy who can really help you out and end up being your biggest client or sell your business or whatever it might be, refer you huge business. You don't know what you don't know. So why not surround yourself with the best kind of opportunity as possible?
And I also think that really it all comes down to the relationship, right? And there can be all different relationships. But first of all, a relationship needs to be give and take. It needs to be mutually beneficial. It's like a marriage. You know, if only one person's winning from the marriage, it's not going to last very long. Right? Any relationship period. If you have business partners, right? If it's not mutually beneficial, well, that's not going to last very long. And even like your network, you need mutually beneficial relationships. Now, there doesn't need to be like a structured way to benefit each other and all that type of thing. There just needs to be the willingness to help someone else. And forget type of business, forget industry, forget all that type of stuff, because the network of your network is much bigger than you. So they might have people in their network that would be more specifically potential clients and things like that. But you just want to surround yourself with other people who are on the same path as you, right? Who have the same goals as you. And you work towards the same thing, because you're going to have very similar challenges and you're going to need those people there. Different industries is amazing because you broaden your knowledge of business. Different businesses operate differently. And if you are learning the way a different industry operates with their marketing, their operations, their business modeling, everything, there may be something relevant that you could implement into your business that your competitors don't do because it is from another industry. So industry diversity is really, really good. And I also think the important one everyone forgets is, really, can you see yourself getting along with them? then they're probably a good person to have in your network. Doesn't matter who they are, because
agreed.
you're friends with your friends because you get along. You're similar people. That's why friends come and go as well, because you change life courses. Yeah, you might be young, go through a party phase, and you might get married, and your friends change, and you might friends come and go because they're mutually beneficial at that time. So everyone needs to remember, if you're going to build a network, make it diverse, make it people on the same path as you, and they've got to be your friend. You got to like them.
And touching back to one of the points that was the foundation of the start of this conversation, trust.
Yeah.
If someone's your friend and you feel like you share the same principles and core values as them, you're going to trust them, which means you are, business is high risk.
Yeah.
You're dealing sometimes with large amounts of money. You're dealing with the future livelihood of your staff and your clientele. You're going to want to deal with someone that you trust, even if, for argument's sake, there's a slightly bigger or slightly better positioned company that might be able to service your needs slightly better than your friend or that person that you trust. If you trust them and you truly believe that they're going to deliver for you, that's going to be the determinant.
Yeah,
of
and
whether
they'll
you
go
do
above and
business.
beyond for you. They'll do their best.
110%.
Trust is the most important thing. That's why family, you trust them.